Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. And we got some 1978 New York Yankees baseball. We got the first game of two games, and the Oakland A's travel to New York to take on the Yankees. And leading off for the A's, De Leon playing left field, batting second, playing second, Stags, batting third, playing short, Guerrero, batting fourth, playing center field, Armas, batting fifth, playing third base, Duncan, batting sixth, playing right field, Thomason, batting seventh, playing first base is Newman, batting eighth, doing the DH is Alexander, batting ninth, doing the catching is Eason, and on the mound is Matt Kuhn. And hometown New York Yankees, we got leading off playing center field is Rivers, batting second, playing second's Randolph, batting third on the catching's Munson, batting fourth, playing right field's Jackson, batting fifth, doing the DH is Chambliss, batting sixth, playing third base is Nettles, batting seventh, playing first base is Spencer, batting eighth, playing left field is White, batting ninth, playing shortstop is Stanley, and on the mound is the Gator, Ron Guidry. Let's get down here to Yankee Stadium and get this game started. And Miguel DeLone will lead it off here for the A's. He's batting .260 on the year with no homers and 6 RBIs. And this is Ron Guidry's 13th appearance of the year, 13th start. He's 8-2 with a 1.45 ERA to lead the American League. And here's the pitch to Miguel. And that's going to be against the lefty at 23. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Rivers makes a nice play, and there's one down. And that brings up Steve Stags. And Steve's batting .172 on the year with no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop up down the shortstop. That'll be out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here. And that brings up Guerrero. And Guerrero's batting .252 on the year with 2 homers and 11 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty at 20. And that's going to be a base hit in right field. Guerrero goes the other way with it and gets a 2-out single. And that'll bring up Tony Armas. Armas batting .255 on the year with 2 homers and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be popped up straight up the chute. Thurman Munson takes the mask off in foul territory, makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. The A's strand 1, Oakland nothing. Yankees coming to bat. You got Rivers, Randolph, and Munson to lead it off. Mickey's batting .252 with 5 homers and 26 RBIs. And Matt's making his 13th start of the year. He's 5-6 with a 2.46 ERA. And here's the pitch to Mickey. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Mickey gets down to first with a leadoff walk. That brings up Willie Randolph. And Randolph's batting .275 with a homer and 24 RBIs. And they're going to do a little hit and run here with Willie. And that's going to be a perfectly executed hit and run. That ball is hit out in by the shortstop, Guerrero. And that's going to be a first and third and nobody out. And now you got Thurman Munson up. The runner down there 90 feet away. Nobody out. A's will play back for the double play. And you know what? The Yankees said if it worked once, let's try it again. They're going to do another hit and run. Munson's hitting 301 on the year with 5 homers, 35 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And a 23 and an 8 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And with the hit and run, and playing back. They're going to get the runner out at home on the hit and run. That's what it says, hit and run. Yep, so they're going to get the runner out at home. That'll be a... Oh, no, that's with the infield in. Sorry, with the infield back, it is... Only play is going to be the first. Makes more sense than getting ready to say. So it'll be a 6-3. The runner will score. And now you got a runner down at second. And Reginald Jackson's up. Reggie's batting .330 on the year with 18 homers and 39 RBIs. The Yankees up 1-0. And here's the pitch to Reggie. Can he double the lead here against the righty? That'll be a 5 and a 9. And that's going to be a single through short. And Miguel does not have a good arm out there in left field at all. That's going to be... That's going to be hit in the left field. That'll be a 4. Right? Yep, a 4. So that's going to be a 41. And a 66 is the only way they're going to get Willie out of 66. And he's in there. So an RBI single by Reggie. And it is 2-0 New York here in the bottom of the first. That brings up Chris Chambliss now with Jackson down at first. And 1 out. And Chambliss is batting .243 on the year with 2 homers and 31 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Chris strikes out for out number 2. Now Greg Nettles is up. And Nettles batting .292 on the year. He's got 13 homers and 42 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to DeLeon. This time he makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. But the Yankees scored 2, make it 2-0 as we go to the top of the second. You got Duncan, Thomason, and Newman due up here for the A's. And Duncan batting .353, having a great start of the year. He has a homer and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Guidry's first strikeout of the ball game. We bragged him up, and Guidry shuts him down. There's 1 down here in the second. Gary Thomason's up now, batting .223 with 4 homers and 13 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Guidry. He fires over to Spencer, and that'll be out number 2. And now you got Newman up, and Jeff's batting .267. He's got a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Randolph's got it. That's a 1-2-3 top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second. You got Spencer, White, and Stanley, the bottom third, due up with the Yankees up 2-0. And Jim Spencer's batting .282, having a nice 1978 year with 9 homers and 17 RBIs. That's going to be a ground ball back to Matt. He tosses it over to Newman, and there's 1 down. That brings Roy White up to the plate. He's also having a good year. He's batting .292 with 2 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Tony Armas in center field. 2 up and 2 down here in the second. And the chicken, Fred Stanley's up, batting .250 on the year with a homer and 2 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one. Fred, and where is he going to deposit this at in Yankee Stadium? And that's driven into the gap in right field. And that's going to be a 2-out double. So Stanley's aboard here. We're back to the top of the order, and Mickey Rivers with another runner in scoring position. And Mickey, he walked and came around to score his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Gary in right field. And that'll end the inning. And the 2-out double gets stranded. To the top of the third we go with Alexander and Eason due up, followed by Miguel. And Gary Alexander's batting .253 on the year. He's got 13 homers and 34 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Willie. And that'll be out number 1. And Jim's up now. And he's batting .229 with 5 homers and 17 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty. That's going to be a ground ball down to Stanley. 2 ground balls, 2 quick outs here in the third. As they can't get a good wood on that slider. And now Miguel's up for the second time. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The Gators' second strikeout of the game. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still 2-0 New York. Got the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here. See, Oakland has one more game here in New York. Then they head over to Boston for a 3-game series. And then they head down to Baltimore to take on the Orioles. And Willie's 1 for 1. He singled and came around to score in the first. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Duncan. And that'll be out number 1. And up to the plate now is Thurman Munson. And he grounded out, but he drove in a run his last time up. He's 0 for 1 with an RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Matt. 2 quick outs here in the third. And Reggie Jackson comes to the plate now. And Reggie had an RBI single his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Reggie strikes out. That's strikeout number 2 for KEOUGH. And we get to the top of the fourth. It's still 2-0 Yanks. You got Stags due up, followed by Guerrero and Armas. And you see the team comparisons. And Oakland's 28 and 30. They have struck out 316 batters. They have walked 178, given up 73 doubles and 18 triples. And the Yankees are 41 and 15. They've struck out 260 batters, walked 164, given up 82 doubles and 21 triples. Stags 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. And the Gators starting to look like Linda Ronstadt. He's throwing nothing but blue bayous. And Guerrero's up. He got the only hit of the ball game so far. He's 1 for 1 for the A's. And then GUIDRY strikes him out. 2 up and 2 down with the strikeouts. Gators up to 4 strikeouts. Can he strike Tony Armas out and strike out the side? Tony popped up his first time up. And that is good morning, good afternoon, good night. The Gator is throwing the heat today, folks. Linda Ronstadt would be proud. And now you got the Yankees with Chambliss, Nettles, and Spencer due up. Chris is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Duncan. He fires over to Newman, and there's 1 down. Greg Nettles comes up now. He flew out the left. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And the Gator goes down. The Nettles goes down. Now Mr. Spencer, can Jim Spencer get something going here with 2 outs? He's 0 for 1. And nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Matt, taking a page out of the Gators book, he's up to 4 strikeouts as we go to the top of the 5th. The Yankees go down in order. And we got Duncan, Thomason, and Newman due up. And Duncan, he's 0 for 1, struck out his first time against the Gator. And that's going to be a base on balls. That's the Gators' first walk of the game. That brings the tying run to the plate. And Gary Thomason. And Gary's 0 for 1, grounded out to GUIDRY his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. 45 and an 8. That'll be fielding column 2. And they'll get the runner out at second, unable to turn the double play. So now Gary's down at first with 1 out. And Jeff Newman's 0 for 1. He grounded out to second his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Roy White. Wait a second, that might be a strikeout. Make sure. Nope, it's a fly ball out to White. And now there's 2 down. Runner at first. And Alexander's up. He's 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. And that's another fly ball to White. And the walk doesn't hurt the Gator. He gets stranded at first. To the bottom of the 5th we go. And you got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Yanks. White, Stanley, and back to the top of the order with Rivers. White's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And Staggs makes the play. 1 up and 1 down. And Stanley comes up now. And Stanley had a double his first time up. He's 1 for 1. And he gets a hold of this one again. We'll see where Fred deposits this one at. Having a hell of a game. And that ball is blasted down the third baseline off the wall. Just missed a homer. And Fred's got his second double of the game. So Stanley standing down there at second with 1 out this time. Mickey Rivers at the plate. He's 0 for 1. He's walked and came around to score. Here's the pitch to Mick. And that's going to be against the righty. It'll be a 7 and a 9. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field with 1 out. Let's see here. That'll be a 6. That'll be a 43. 29. Let's see here. That might be a 60. Nope, a 50. 55 or lower, he scores. And he's in there. That's an RBI single by Rivers. And the Yankees are up 3-0. And Rivers is down at first with 1 out. And they're going to do another hit and run. It worked the first time. Let's see if it works this time, folks. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Mick's on his own here. It's going to be a 7. So Mickey Rivers is on his own. Minus a 7. It'll be a 25. A 51 or lower, Mickey Rivers. Let's see how many stolen base Mick's got here. Mick's going for his 23rd stolen base. What did I say? It was minus 25, 51 or lower. And he's in there with a stolen base. So Rivers down at second now with 1 out. And Willie's up with the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be against the righty. A 16 and an 8. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. 54 and a 3 is probably going to be fielding column 3. And it is. And the Runner will get down. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. Willie strikes out. And Rivers stays there. Now it's up to Munson with 2 outs to drive Rivers in. Yankees already scored 1 here in the inning. Can Thurman make it 2? And nope, it's going to be a ground ball down the Stags. Let's see here. Could be a line drive on him. 26 and a 7. And yep, it's a line drive right at Stags. He makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. But the Yankees score 1. It's 3-0 New York. We go to the top of the 6th with Eason up, followed by DeLone and Stags. Jim, he's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. So the leadoff batter gets aboard here in the 6th, and Miguel comes up. Yankees would love to see a ground ball double play. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out the center and struck out. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strike. Gators are finding it hard to hit the strike zone here. And that's just what the doctor ordered. Actually, it's not what the doctor ordered. That's a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. It's not the double play. The Gator gets another strikeout on Miguel. So now there is 1 down. Steve Staggs is up. He's 0 for 2. He struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. Gator striking him out now after that leadoff walk. 2 up now. 2 down, 3 up and 2 down with a runner down at first as Aaron Reed joins us. Can the Gators strike the side out again here with that walk? He struck out Carrera's last time up. And that's going to be against the lefty at 20. And nope, that ball is going to be hit in the right field. And Reggie makes the catch. And the leadoff walk goes nowhere. To the top of the 7th we go in a 3-0 game. You got the big boys due up here for New York. And this will probably be Matt's last inning here. He's got Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles. Let's see. Their bullpen's in bad shape, though. We'll try to get him through this 7th at least. They got 3 guys out in that bullpen, and I think they've all pitched in the last game. Let's see here. Check the bullpen out, like I say. I know. Langford. So Lacey's tired, and the other 2. So let's see here with Lacey. He's pitched 2 games in a row. Let's see about the other 2. Hebner's pitched 1. And who was the other one? So he just came off pitching 2 games in a row. So let's try to give him some rest here. See if he can make it through this 7th inning. With Reggie at the plate. Reggie's 1 for 2 with an RBI. He did strike out his last time up. That's a fly ball out in the left field. And that'll be out number 1. And now Chris Chambliss comes to the plate. Chambliss is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. And that's going to be a base on balls. Chambliss walks on down the first with 1 out. And Greg Nettles comes to the plate. Already leading 3-0. Chambliss is 0 for 2. He's flown out and struck out. Matt's got 5 strikeouts in the game. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Thomason out in right field. And now there's 2 down. And it's up to Spencer to do something with Chambliss down at first. And Mr. Spencer is 0 for 2. He's also grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And he'll throw over to first, and that'll end the inning. Yankees strand one. We go to the top of the seventh, 3-0 New York. You got 4, 5, 6 hitters due up here. You see the Yankees' upcoming schedule. They got one more game against Oakland. Then Seattle comes to town for 2 games. Then the Angels come to town. Tony's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Not this time. He squares this one up against the Gator. So only be the second hit given up. And it's a blast out in the right field. Reggie does a good job of getting over there. And Tony makes the big turn, but with his speed, he'll hold up. His run means nothing. So you got a runner down at first. Nobody out for Duncan. Duncan's 0 for 1. He has struck out and walked yet to put the ball in play. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Gator falls behind the Duncan. And that's going to be lifted out in the left field. White makes the play. And there's one down. Gary Thomason comes to the plate. Gary's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be grounded back to the mound. 61, right? Is it 29? Yep. Back to the mound. And the Gator's going to throw down the second and get Tony out. And now there's 2 down. A runner still at first. Jeff Newman. And Newman's 0 for 2. He is grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And the Gators' 8th strikeout ends the inning. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 3-0 New York. Got the bottom part of the order due up here in the bottom of the 7th. White and Stanley. Then when the order turns over and Rivers comes to the plate. And White, he is 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that'll be out number 1. And Fred Stanley comes to the plate. Fred is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, and he did come around to score his last time up. And not this time. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Matt strikes out the first 2 here in the 7th, trying to end this game in style. This will be his last inning. And Mickey Rivers is 1 for 2. He has walked. He's driven in a run. He has stolen a base and scored. Here's the pitch to Mick. And that's going to be a base hit. Mick turns on this one. Hits this one in the right field. And Gary Thomason gets over there. Mick makes a big turn, but he'll stay put. And now you got Randolph up. He's 1 for 3. He has singled and came around the score. He did strike out his last time up. Mickey down at first, 2 outs in a 3-0 ball game. And Willie gets this one. Where does he deposit this one at? That ball is popped up. Got underneath this one. Duncan's waiting for it. Makes the catch. Willie's upset. Missed a nice pitch. And that'll end the inning. We go to the top of the 8th. 3-0 New York. You got Alexander, Jim, and Miguel due up here. Gary Alexander's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the nettles. And that'll be out number 1. Jim comes to the plate. He is 0 for 1 today. He did walk his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And the Gators up to 9 strikeouts now. And now Miguel's up. He's 0 for 3. He has struck out the last 2 times up against the Gator. Can the Gator give him the old hat trick? And yes, he does. Gator strikes him out for the 3rd time today and is up to double-digit strikeouts. And we go to the bottom of the 8th, 3-0 New York. And let's see who's going to come in here to pitch. That is the question. Because that bullpen is in bad shape.
Heverlow.
Let's see here. Who is rested? That is the question. None of them's really rested. I think we're going to go with Dave Heverow. He only pitched 8 batters his last game. So that's who we're going with. Dave Heverow is going to come on here to pitch. And that'll be it for Matt. He didn't pitch a bad game, just getting out pitched by the Gator. 6 hits, 3 runs. Not a bad game. But the Gator pitching a shutout. And Heverow, this is his 12th appearance. He's 1-1 with 1 save and a 2.02 ERA. He's got Munson, Jackson, and Chambliss due up here. Thurman's 0 for 3. He does have an RBI in the game. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Guerrero over to first, and there's 1 out. You see the Yankees and A's team comparison here. The A's are batting .249 with a .317 on base percentage. Oakland's slugging .381 with a .698 OPS. The Yankees are batting .280. They got an on base percentage of .336. They're slugging .407 with an OPS of .742. And now Reggie's up 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the day. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Dave strikes him out for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Chambliss comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He did walk his last time up, though. And that's going to be against the righty. 13 and an 8. And that is a nice play out there. And center field by Tony Armas takes a hit away from Chambliss. We go to the top of the 9th. He's got a little work to do. They're down 3-0. Gator trying for the shutout here. He's got the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up. Staggs, Guerrero, and Armas. Here's the pitch to Steves, who's 0 for 3. The Gator has struck him out his last 2 times up. And that's a ground ball down the Nettles. Over to Spencer today. Spencer for hires playing first instead of Chambliss. Chambliss getting the day off in the field, DHing. And Guerrero's up now. He is 1 for 3. He has one of the 2 hits back in the first. He has struck out and flown out since. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Willie's got it. Takes his time, and now there's 2 outs. The A's down to their last out. Tony Armas has the other hit. He had a single his last time up. He's 1 for 3. And that's going to be a fly ball. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss, and the Gator ends this game with his 11th strikeout. And the Yankees win 3-0. Great job by the Gator. Lowers that ERA to 1.34. Let's take a look here at the box score. And that's probably the shutout. That's the Gators' 3rd shutout of the year, folks. So the Yankees, 3 runs on 6 hits and no errors. The A's, no runs, 2 hits and no errors. They didn't leave a single man in scoring position. They only left 4 men on base. Stanley and Rivers was the only Yankees with 2 hits. And Yankees were 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position. They left 5 men on base. KEOUGH goes to 5 and 7. He had 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, struck out 7. Haverow comes in, pitches 1 inning, gets a strikeout. And like I say, the Gator gets his 9th win of the year. He's 9-2, goes the distance, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 11 strikeouts. Let's take a look now at the rest of the games here in the American League. You got the Mariners heading to Baltimore to take on the Orioles. Orioles are struggling in this 1978 season. Can they right the ship here against these Mariners? The Mariners aren't playing well at all either. And the Orioles win 5-2 on 12 hits and 1 error. And the Mariners 2 runs and 6 hits. Then you got the Angels coming to Boston to take on the Red Sox. Can Boston keep up with the Yankees here? You got Bill Lee on the mound. Should be an interesting game here. The spaceman out there for the Red Sox. And the spaceman gets the win. Red Sox 8 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. The Angels 4 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. Jim Rice with another homer and 3 RBIs. Go with his 50-some RBIs on the year. Let's see here. Does that let you click? Nope. We'll have to look here in a minute. Then you got the Indians traveling to Chicago to take on the White Sox. And the Indians win 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. The White Sox 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. Then the Brew Crew goes to Detroit to take on the Tigers. And the Brewers win 7 runs, 13 hits, and no errors. The Tigers 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. And the last game in the American League is the Texas Rangers heading to Kansas City to take on the Royals. And the Rangers win a close one. 7 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors. The Kansas City Royals, 6 runs, 12 hits. Out hit the Rangers. Couldn't outscore them with 1 error. Now let's take a look at the standings and leaderboard after June 12th. The Yankees are still 8 games up on the Red Sox. The Tigers are 9.5 games back. The Brewers 12 games back. The Blue Jays 14. The Orioles 18.5. And the Cleveland Indians are 20 games back. And out west, the Twins are 3 games up on the White Sox. The Rangers are 6 games back. The A's and Kansas City Royals are 6.5. Angels 9 games back. And Seattle is now 16.5 games back. Jim Rice is now leading the league in batting, home runs, and RBIs. A 259 batting average, now 19 homers to take the lead away from Reggie, and 60 RBIs on the year. Jim Rice is a one-man wrecking crew. And I wonder who's leading in the MVP voting, huh? Now you got the Gator with a 1.34 ERA. Ed Figaro's leading the league in 10 wins. And Goose Scotches with his 14 saves. And like we said, Jim Rice definitely leading the league in MVP voting. And Ed Figaro with leading the Cy Young right now. And the next game will be these A's against the Yankees. Let's check out the pitching matchup in this one. And it's going to be Johnson going up against Figaro. Figaro going for his 11th win of the year. See what happens in this pitching matchup. You got the lefty against the righty. I want to thank Aaron Reed for stopping by. Check out his channel. And if you're new to my channel and you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders, and on your way out, hit that like button. It helps the channel out and doesn't cost a dime. Till next time, you all have a great day and take care.